Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak. Today is May 26, 2014. Today is Monday, and it is also Memorial Day in the United States, so there are some holiday, I guess you could call it, that the banks and the financial institutions are closed today. So that should affect the markets, with lighter volume. Looking at today's calendar, just briefly, the ECB President Mario Draghi will be speaking. That's the European Union at 11 a.m. this morning. But other than that, it's really a quiet day for the trading by and large. And there might be pockets of opportunities throughout the day. But looking at the Euro USD, really trickling down, looking at a daily chart here, really trickling down from 139 to 136, which is a 300 pip move. Between this upper levels here and where we are right now. There's not a clear support. Okay, this might be considered some support just because at about these levels right here, let's look at it. Just about right here would be somewhat of a support if that's considered much of a support. We hit it as a resistance before, but it never held this position throughout this time over here. So I wouldn't really call this support. So I would say anywhere between 136.22 and 136.00 would be much more of a support. Okay, so 136 would be a support. So I'd start buying into 136, anticipating some sort of a bounce. Let's see if Draghi could add any value to the euro today with what he has to say. But really looking in a 4-hour chart, since this double top from when Yellen spoke, it really comes to show you that there's a little bit of a currency war between the European Union and the United States. If you remember back here, we had Yellen spoke, and she, said some very positive things about the dollar, and as a result, the dollar got stronger, the euro got weaker, and boom, we're at 136 from 139. So, let's see what happens today. I would keep this on the radar for a possible bounce, maybe buy a little into it, and then anticipate some sort of move later in today. The other thing that's been trading this month is really the USD Swiss franc. Looking at a daily chart, we hit this double bottom down here earlier in the month, and we just took it up. Okay, that's 150 pips, at least right over there. And we're hitting some sort of resistance at these levels. So, on the flip side, I'd maybe be looking to short a little bit, see if I could just scalp a little bit on the way down in anticipation to this move being exhausted. There hasn't been any red bars, as you can see, so maybe there would be some opportunities on the downside on this pair. Looking at the GBP, again, not much going on in the GBP USD this past month. Really just a little bit of a bounce, and now we're sideways trading. Okay, so for the past, I would say for the past month and a half, we've really been sideways trading. We had this breakout, and now we found this upper range, lower range, and we're just about in the middle of that range. So not much really going over there. The gold is flirting underneath 1300, which is quite a big number. Okay, every time we tried to break it up on the upside, 1306, 1312, it just came right down. It comes to show you that also it's not really trading in a big range. So remember this, we had this back in March, which was a big decline after making this run up from the beginning of the year. A little bit of a bounce, and now we're making smaller bounces, which lends to hand that either we're going to break up on the upside or break down. I'd guess we're going to break up. Just because, things are still unstable. There's still a lot of things that are unanswered in the markets, a lot of political questions with Ukraine, so we'll see what happens. The Dow Jones will be closed today, so we won't really need to go over it. We'll jump into it tomorrow. Have a great trading day, guys. It's Razak at CMTrading.